Have you ever felt as if you are swimming against the current, as if life itself is a force to be wrestled with, a fortress whose walls you must breach? We spend so much of our energy pushing, demanding, and striving, only to find the world pushing back with equal and opposite force. We plead with it, we bargain with it, we fight with it. But what if we have fundamentally misunderstood the nature of our relationship with reality? What if the world isn't an adversary at all, but something far more intimate, far more responsive? Imagine just for a moment that reality is a great, flawless mirror. It does not judge, it does not have preferences, and it does not resist. It simply, and with perfect, unwavering fidelity, reflects back the image that you present to it. Every thought, every feeling, every subtle intention is a movement you make in front of this mirror. And the world, in turn, arranges itself to reflect that movement back to you. This single, profound shift in perception is the key to unlocking a life of flow, a life where the world moves with you, not against you. When you find yourself standing before this vast mirror, feeling a deep longing or a pressing need for something from the world or from another person, this is the moment for a sacred pause. This is the moment to awaken. Instead of projecting the energy of demand, of lack, of give me, take a deep breath and ask yourself a truly transformative question. What must I do for the reflection to move towards me? The answer, in its beautiful simplicity, is always the same. You must take the first step. You must initiate the very movement you wish to see. You must become the source of that which you seek. If you are aching for love and affection, how must you move? Not by chasing after love, not by demanding it or trying to extract it from others, but by becoming a beacon of love yourself. You must radiate it freely, without condition or expectation of return. If you crave sympathy and understanding, how must you act? Not by broadcasting your grievances, but by offering a genuine, compassionate ear to another. Take a moment to feel the truth of this in your own experience. Who are you instinctively drawn to? Is it the person who clings to you, demanding your attention and affection, or the one whose presence is a source of warmth and unconditional love? Is it the person who is constantly asking for something, or the one who gives freely from an open heart? This principle is not a hopeful platitude. It is a fundamental law of our energetic reality. If you desire vibrant, engaging conversations, you must first become a devoted listener, creating a space where others feel heard and valued. Then, you will find people are naturally drawn to converse with you. If you wish to be seen as an interesting and captivating person, you must first cultivate a genuine, selfless interest in the lives and stories of others. As you do, you will find their interest in you blossoms in return. If you find yourself in need of help, look for an opportunity to help someone else. The very act of giving support opens the channel for support to flow back to you. If you seek to be understood, make it your primary mission to understand another's perspective, especially when it differs from your own. In that act of empathy, you will find the understanding you were looking for. This is the art of consciously tuning your own frequency. Every demand, every plea of "give me" carries the discordant frequency of lack. It works, but in reverse, only serving to amplify the very absence you are trying to fill. And just as this mirror reflects the light you shine, it also reflects the shadows. This is not a punishment, but a simple, impartial law of return, the law of the boomerang. Every negative thought, every harsh judgment, every act of harm is a boomerang you throw out into the world. You may not see its return path immediately. The cause and effect relationship is often veiled, the threads invisible to our conscious mind. But the return is an absolute certainty. Sooner or later, in one form or another, the energy you have sent out will find its way back to you. A harsh criticism may not return as criticism, but perhaps as an unexpected betrayal or a financial loss. An act of aggression may not be met with aggression, but with a sudden illness or a series of frustrating obstacles. The universe doesn't deal in exact replicas. It deals in resonant energies. If you wish to live a life free from aggression, you must first pacify the aggression within yourself. If you desire to move through the world without being judged, you must release the habit of judging others. If you do not wish to be harmed, you must commit to a principle of harmlessness in all your actions. Every time you cast a stone of negativity into the mirror, you are only ensuring that ripples of discord will eventually return to your own shore. Now, how does this grand principle apply to our intricate relationships with other people? Here, the rules of the mirror become even more nuanced and profound. You cannot use this knowledge to directly control or manipulate another person. To attempt to do so is the most common and critical mistake. Think of your life as a film. You are the star of your own movie. Everyone else in your life is also the star of their own movie, living out their own script. They are characters, yes, but not in your film. They are the central figures in theirs. Trying to force your will upon another person, to make them conform to your desired script, is a profound violation. It is like reaching into the mirror and trying to physically grab the reflection. All you will meet is cold, hard glass and immense resistance. Such an act is a double violation. Not only are you attempting to breach another's reality, but you are also operating from a place of force and control, a deeply negative frequency that can only bring a negative reflection back upon you. The only way to influence others is indirectly, through the mirror principle. You cannot change the actors, but you can change the film you are projecting. You do this by changing yourself, by changing the image you hold in the mirror. You make them want to align with your desires, because interacting with you feels good, expansive, and positive. This is especially critical when it comes to the practice of visualization. When you create a mental image of your desired reality, you, and only you, must be the central figure. See yourself in the director's chair of your own company. Feel the sun on your skin as you stand on the deck of your own yacht. Experience the joy of living in your dream home. Everyone and everything else in that frame is secondary, like the backdrop of a scene. They are there to support your central role, not to be puppeteered by you. You cannot, for example, successfully visualize a specific person falling in love with you and marrying you. This will not work, or it will manifest in a distorted and painful way. Instead, you must visualize yourself living a life filled with love, happily married to an abstract ideal partner who embodies all the qualities you desire. You create the energetic blueprint for the relationship, but you leave the casting to the universe. By holding this clear, positive image of your own reality, you effectively switch the film reel of your life. You move to a different timeline, a different reality track, where you are destined to meet a person who perfectly matches the script you have written for yourself. If you have your heart set on a specific person, do not waste your energy trying to bend them to your will in your mind. That is a futile and damaging exercise. Instead, go and interact with them in the physical world, but do so consciously, as a mirror. Radiate the qualities you wish to receive from them. Be the loving, respectful, interesting person you want them to be for you. That is the only authentic path to influence. Beneath all of these layers of interaction, there lies an even deeper human truth, another secret of the mirror. Every single person on this planet is driven by a fundamental, often unconscious need for their own significance. We all want to know that we matter, that our lives have meaning and purpose. This is the engine of self-realization that drives us. If you truly wish to connect with people, to gain their trust and their willing cooperation, you must learn to master the most paradoxical and powerful principle of all. You must temporarily set aside your own need for importance and focus entirely on affirming theirs. You must learn to see them, to acknowledge their value, to help them feel significant. This is not a tactic of manipulation. It is a profound act of compassion. In that moment when you make another person's self-realization your priority, when you help them feel seen and valued, the mirror reflects this immense gift back to you in ways you cannot imagine. You gain the most for yourself when you are least concerned with your own gain. Your own success, your own fulfillment, will become a natural byproduct of the value and significance you bring into the lives of others. This is the ultimate alignment with the flow of life, a dance with reality where you lead by following and gain by giving. Thank you for walking this path of reflection with me. The journey of awakening to the mirror of reality is a continuous one, filled with subtle discoveries. If these words have resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe and continue this exploration with us. Every one of us is on a unique journey, yet we can learn so much from each other's reflections. I would be deeply honored to read your thoughts, your questions, and your own experiences in the comments below. Let us create a community of conscious creators together. Be well, and may you walk in beauty.